All right, so like the first section on your test is finger spelling. So just names and alphabet, like he's gonna give you like 12 names or so and spell them really slowly, and then you're going to write them down. That's it. That's the first portion.
So like we'll like do them, like actually find them and then write them down.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay. Yep. He just stands there and like finally, but he'll do it really slow. Don't worry. Second portion is numbers. He'll give you like a sequence, I think, of 3 numbers. So 0, 6, 9, and then you'll write 0, 6, 9 for number 1.
So are we signing that all this quiz, or she?
Nope.
She signs
Nope. He just stands there and does it.
Okay.
Everything that you sign to be tested will be in video.
Okay.
It will never be in class.
Okay.
Yes. The next portion is a comment versus question. So he's going to sign a sentence, and you're going to circle if it's a comment or if it's a question. And comments are typically just descriptive. They're possibly describing an action. And then the questions would have the WH word at the end, or he's going to do the eyebrows up or the eyebrows down and leaning forward. So you'll like clearly know that it's a question. So like for an example, like chair color brown, something like that. Okay, this one is probably going to be the worst part of the test. I don't ever remember doing this, but there's like 6 or 9 of them. Can't quite remember. So you have to draw this on your test. He's going to, this I made up, he's going to give you a shape, and then he's going to give you secondary items, like a name or a number. He's going to tell you if it's over here on the shape, over here. He's not going to tell you right or left, so that doesn't confuse like your orientation of it. I think all of them were either above or below. I looked at the test, so he sent it to me, and then I made this from it. So he'll just be like shape, and he's gonna like draw something, and then like a circle inside, and then like number, what is it, 15 above, or and then name Sam below, something like that. He's gonna spatially arrange it in front of you, and then you're just gonna draw what you see. They're a little complicated. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just watch him. He'll probably do it multiple times. That's what I remember him doing. Right. The next portion is on non-manual signals. So that's all the facial expressions. And you're going to say if he did correct non-manual signals or incorrect non-manual signals. So, I believe that's what it was as well. And he's going to give you the sample sentences in versions of yes/no questions and WH word questions. So you're also going to have to identify if it's a WH or a yes or no. So WH just always has that word at the end. Sometimes it's implied, and he'll have the eyebrows, but otherwise they're like just normal questions. They're not about when, a time, a place, or anything like that. So that'll be a portion. And then there's pictures on the exam, and maybe for question number 5, there's 3 pictures, and he's going to describe one of those people in one of those 3 pictures. And he's going to do that with words like woman and man. So woman, man. And he's going to describe hair color maybe. So like blonde is like sometimes like this, yellow, and then brown. And he's going to do this, and then B for brown. Maybe muscular, skinny, or fat. So muscular, it's literally just like, it's like one of those. And then fat is, and then skinny is like this. Sometimes people do it like this, or it's like this. And then glasses, eye color, facial hair. Glasses is like this. This is the sign for glasses. Facial hair, you literally just like draw it on your face, just how it is. Eye color is just point color. Young and old. This is old. This is young. You just like pad child's head. Pretend child. I believe that's probably all he's going to use. It's going to be really easy when you see the pictures, especially if he says man or woman. Then he's going to give you a couple terms, and you're going to determine if they're in the same or different category. And then you're going to pick the category. Was it a color category, name, number? I put color twice. But yeah, that's easy. Then he's going to assign a command, and you're going to circle a picture depicting that demand. And here's some examples that could be on it. So to read, book, this is to read. This represents your eyes looking at the page. To turn a page in a book, literally just like, you know, pretend you're reading. It's a very iconic sign. It like looks like what it is. Dance, jump, stand. This is dance. This is jump. This is stand. This like represents a person in a lot of different signs. Drink, very iconic. Open, close the door. So this is the door. This is open. You're opening the door. You know, it's coming towards you, and then closing the door. The opposite direction. Open and close the window. This is window. So this is a sign for window. So this is open the window, close the window. But like to tap it, just the normal sign window. To turn on and off the light, on light, off light.
But he's gonna be doing these commands, and then they will be like listed on our paper.
Yep. So he'll be like number 5.
Okay.
You circle the picture of someone
Okay,
jumping.
it'll be pictures.
Yeah, it's little pictures. And then this is, I think he said he may not be able to get to this portion of your test, and you're going to get it another day, but he sent me it, so I'm going to just give you the information. This one is from the book. Oh, it got messed up. Okay, well, so this is like true, false, fill in the blank, couple multiple choice. It's mostly true, false. So there's different sections, and those are the non-indented. So the strategies for learning ASL, that's on page 4 in your book. Basically, it's just these things. Don't talk during class, before and after class is fine. Just remember that. Important to keep eye contact with your instructor. You know, don't be on your phone, don't be taking notes, because that's not helpful. You need to be watching him, right? You know, don't ask a fellow student. You just ask him, interrupt him, ask him. Yeah, ask for finger spelling for clarification, and be engaged with Ray. Nod, smile, laugh at his jokes, that kind of thing. I think it's funny. I think he's funny. I think all deaf people are actually really funny. And use facial expressions to communicate your interest. Because if you sit there like a zombie, that's different to him than to a hearing professor. Because they, you know, when we talk to each other, like I'm looking away. You know, I'm looking away, I'm talking to you, but we're still communicating. In deaf culture, you have to be looking at each other to communicate, so it's so important. And then there's the finger spelling little section of questions. Basically, when you're finger spelling, flow from letter to letter. You know, don't bounce your letters like that. It should be very slowly, and that'll cause practice. The definition for sight lines, this is important. It's the space between two sign or space. That's going to be a fill in the blank. I kind of cut it off. I think everything's there, though. Yeah, never pretend that you understand something that's being finger spelled. Don't be afraid to ask him to do it again with the again sign. Again, lower, like this is again. And then this is slow. And typically, though, when you ask for something again, it will slow down. So, yeah. Yeah, that's life. I'm going to continue some information on Andrew Foster. This will be helpful for you. He was born hearing. That's important. He attended Gallaudet, and he has a bronze bust in front of their auditorium. That is also important, I guess. He founded the Christian Mission for the Deaf, and he established 31 schools in 13 countries. And if you can remember this, it's just 13, like, flip backwards. So this is the important number here. This, I'm going to post this on YouTube, this little video on YouTube, but, no, I don't think I can, because if it's on Blackboard, yeah, I can't be on Blackboard. Some more information that would be useful for this section of the exam. The WH words are how, who, what. I don't know why he didn't include where and when. These are also WH questions. But how is, even though it has an H, it's a WH question because it's asking about like the orientation of someone, I guess. Beginning and ending conversations sometimes are hello and goodbye. And it's not rude to wave to get someone's attention. You know, if you try to start signing to them and hope they look at you, they're missing half your conversation. So you just want to start with, hey, dude. Maintain eye contact. Don't look at the hands. Look at the face. Because when you're looking at the face, you still have this whole periphery. You can still see what their hands are doing. So that shouldn't make it difficult to not look at their hands. And then I believe it talks about this in your book. Page 23, there's 5 strategies that deaf people use to communicate with people. And the third party strategy is important because they have an exam. That's when a deaf person asks a hearing signer to relay a message for another person. So also, deaf people don't use lip reading, even though they're deaf, they're really not that much better at it than other people. The statistic is 30%. A lip reader gets 30% of what you're saying because are there any speech paths in here? Yeah, right. A lot of sounds look exactly the same because the differences are inside your mouth, not outside. So lip reading is really difficult. And their goal is to communicate. That's people's goal. So, fun fact, I guess. They think that Abe Lincoln's statue in Washington is an A and an L sign. I really looked at this. I don't really think so, but that's what people think for Abe Lincoln. Also, when identifying a person, you raise your eyebrows when you're talking about gender. So she's a woman. She's a man. No, I'm just kidding. Also, it's not rude. That's supposed to say rude. Not rude to point in ASL when you're talking about someone. You know, when you were a kid, your mom was like, don't point. No, you totally point in ASL. Like, who's that? That's totally fine. And then nod to confirm when you're talking about people. So I guess when someone's like, oh, are we talking about that person over there? You're just like, no. That's a weird question, but it was honest. That's it. So, any questions? What if you wanted to repeat a question during the exam? Just wave at him. And again, please. He'll most likely do it. He'll do them multiple times too, and he'll watch and make sure you all have an answer. It takes a little bit because he goes so slow, but it's a pretty short test, so. Yes, there's 2 separate.